Welcome back, algebra aficionados. We finally made it to imaginary land, imaginary numbers, and complex numbers. So this has a real part and an imaginary part, which makes it a complex number, and we're going to be adding and subtracting them. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing with yourself? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get all your algebra videos for the rest of this year, and then physics videos next year. Okay, so when you add and subtract complex numbers, you add the real parts and you add the imaginary parts. For this one, what are these parentheses doing? They would be telling us to multiply something out here. Well, if that thing is a 1, the parentheses aren't doing anything. Then we have minus. So this minus sign means everything in these parentheses is subtracted. We're subtracting 3. We're subtracting a negative I. So another way of thinking of it is just to distribute a negative 1 to both of those things. Okay? And this is what you got to be careful about to make sure you get these signs correct. Now, do not multiply these. Just because they're in parentheses doesn't mean you're multiplying. If you see a sign in between them, that's the thing you're doing, not multiplying. So just be careful with that. And then you combine like terms. 5 minus 3 is 2. Negative 3i plus an I is negative 2i. And that's all there is to it. All right, next one. A little bit more complicated, but not too bad. There's just one extra complex number here. So you could kind of distribute a 1 to all of these things. 2 minus 3i plus negative 1, so that's just minus 1, plus negative 6i, so that's just minus 6i. And then you get minus, so negative 1 times 3 is negative 3, negative 1 times 4i, negative 4i, and from there, real numbers. 2 minus 1 minus 3 would be negative 2, negative 3i minus 6i minus 4i is negative 13i. That's all there is to that. Going green for the last one. This is the easiest of them all. We only have one real part, negative 4. Negative 5i minus 9i is negative 14i plus 8i makes negative 6i. And that is all the adding and subtracting from the odds. All right, we'll pick up in a new video and we'll do some multiplying of complex numbers.